What's up everyone, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch and review for you. So today I am partnering up with KBShimmer to show you their new Plant One On Me collection, which is for spring 2023. If you haven't heard of them before, they are an independent nail polish brand that is based in the US, and all of their polishes are 5-free, meaning they are free of 5 of the potentially harmful ingredients that can be found in nail polish. They are vegan, meaning they do not use any animal-derived ingredients, and they're also cruelty-free, meaning they do not test their products on animals. And we have a really exciting collection today. It is 9 polishes in a variety of different finishes. So we've got shimmers, we've got holo, we've got flesh reactive glitters, and we even have a crelly. So let me show you the swatches first, then we can talk a little bit more about pricing, where you can get them, my thoughts on the collection as a whole. So let's go ahead and swatch those polishes. So as with all of my swatch and review videos, I am using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. Today I'm using the KBShimmer Ridge Filling Base Coat. So we'll go in rainbow order here. This first shade is called So Impatiens, which, by the way, I was curious because I know these are all named after flowers, but I didn't know what impatiens were. So I looked them up, and fun fact, they're a flower that is also called Touch Me Not, which is a hilarious name. But anyway, this is a really gorgeous pink base. It's got a duochrome shimmer in there that, looking at it head on, looks more pink into red, and then around the edges you actually see a little bit of orange into gold, and then it is just absolutely packed with what I like to call these diamond flecks. They're these silver hollow flakes that I really started to associate with KBShimmer because they are the brand that I always see using it, and they are just absolutely stunning. I think they add a lot of dimension to any polish, and it really makes it look shimmery from every angle. Moving on, we have this orange shade, which is called That's Ranunculus. And if you'll notice in the bottle shot, around the edges, there's this almost like unreal looking glitter in there. Now that to me is the easiest way to identify if a polish has reflective pigment in it, although KBShimmer does label there, so it's got a little R next to the name if it is reflective, but this is a reflective orange. It's almost this deep reddish orange base, but then we have a pink shimmer in there and then a gold reflective glitter. So this one, absolutely stunning. Even just in regular lighting, it looks gorgeous, and that reflective glitter definitely has a little bit of that like hyper real look to it that I absolutely love, but it's really funky when you use flash photography or just a flashlight on your phone, and it makes the glitter look a little cartoonishly bright. So here's a quick shot on my cell phone of it in case you're curious. Next up we have the shade Daffodil with it, which I have to say, these names are so clever. They're really cute. If you're not familiar with the flowers in them, definitely look them up because it really just makes you appreciate the name so much more. But this one is a pure yellow linear hollow polish, and let me tell you, all of these had really nice opacity. I ended up doing 2 coats for all of them with the exception of the crelly, and this one actually I feel like I could get away with doing 1 coat, and honestly a lot of these I feel like I could get away with doing 1 coat because the KBShimmer formula is so opaque and self-leveling that even if you want a little bit of a sheer look with some of these shades, it still doesn't look like an unfinished mani. But this one, absolutely stunning. Even in less intense lighting, you can still see that linear hollow, which is really impressive for a shade this light, and it also doesn't have that silvery look at all, which is pretty uncommon with hollow polishes, so very impressed with this one. Moving on, we have the shade Change of Plants, and this one is a gorgeous green. It has this duochrome shift to it, so looking at it head on, it looks like this golden color, and then around the edges you get a lot more green and even into this sort of bluish green around the edges, and it is absolutely stunning. It has this almost sheer vibe to it, but it did give me full coverage in 2 coats, and the really cool thing about this shade is that there's actually a little secret hollow sparkle in there. You can see it a little bit easier around my cuticles, but once this baby hits the sunlight, it is so intensely rainbow, so I think it's really gorgeous. I just love how much is going on in this polish. It almost feels deceptively simple. Next up we have the shade Lilac It or Not, and this is almost like the blue version of that Impatiens color that I showed you in pink, but this one is definitely the cooler toned sister of that. So it's almost this periwinkle base, but we have this intense shimmer in there that, looking at it head on, looks like a turquoise blue, but then around the edges it actually looks like more of a purple color. And then we have those diamond hollow flecks in there as well that just add so much brightness luminous and colorful vibes to the polish. It looks absolutely stunning in 2 coats, and the formula is incredibly easy. Even with what seems like a very glittery manicure, it still removes like regular polish. It doesn't remove like a glitter polish, which I definitely appreciate. Moving on, we have the shade Before and Aster, and this one is a very, very cool toned purple, and then within that purple base we have another really intense colorful shimmer. So looking at it head on, it looks like almost a coppery reddish pink color, and then it kind of shifts through the whole rainbow into like an orange, into a green, and then even into a blue around the edges. Again, it's that same sort of formula with the little hollow flecks in there that looks so diamondy and gorgeous. And having this shade has made me realize that KBShimmer is my favorite brand for a cool toned purple. They just know how to make so many gorgeous variations of it, so very excited to add this to my collection. Then we have a shade that absolutely baffled me. This color is called Simply Iris-istable, which is an adorable name, but this is actually what I'm wearing on my nails in the intro and outro to this video. And this color, let me tell you, videos do not do this justice, because the base of it is almost this dusty purple color, but then we have a crazy multi-chrome shift in there that shifts from red to orange to yellow to green to blue, and then in every single lighting and every angle it looks completely different. So on my nail around the free edge you can almost see that orange gold green, but really every time I move my nail it looks like a completely different color. And then we also have those little diamond flecks in there as well, so it's just a whole party on the nails. And then we have the shade Ultra-Violet, and again you can see that almost cartoonishly bright glitter around the edges in the bottle, so that is an indicator that this is another flash reactive polish. And this one is a purple. It leans a little bit on the cooler side, but the flash reactive glitters in there are a little bit on the warmer side, so it ends up being mostly neutral. And this one, again, just super stunning. Really just in regular lighting, I feel like this type of glitter just looks brighter than regular glitter. It just kind of stands out on the nail and looks absolutely stunning. But again, flash reactive glitter is the funkiest when you are using a flashlight or flash photography, so here's a little peek at that. It looks like this crazy fuchsia color. And last but definitely not least, we have the shade Spring Theory, and this is the crelly of the collection. So a crelly is something that kind of sits between a cream and a jelly, and it has enough opacity to cover the nail, but it's sheer enough to show through the glitters within the polish. And we have a whole rainbow of micro glitters in here that is so fun. So I started out with 2 coats and I actually loved the way that it looked in 2 coats, so I'll probably wear it as a 2-coater, but I ended up doing a 3rd coat just to show you what that looks like. And I absolutely loved this one. I feel like it looks like a softer version of what I consider to be their most famous polish, which is Oh Splat, which is a similar white crelly, but there's a little bit more variation in the sizes of the glitters. So this is kind of just like a little muted funfetti version of it. I think it is so fun. You know how much I love a white crelly polish, so I can't get enough of it. And the formula is so easy to use. Hopefully nobody is deterred by the white base, because I know I've mentioned that white polishes can be a little trickier to use, but in the case of this one and in general white crellies, I find them to be very easy and workable, so it's not really like painting on with a white cream at all. So here are all of the shades together, and honestly I feel like this comparison chart does not do these polishes justice, because there's just so much going on in them and I think they're all so stunning. I love that we got a lot of that formula that I've come to associate with KBShimmer, which is those diamond hollow flecks that just make a polish look so multifaceted and really are almost eye-searingly bright and gorgeous. And then of course having that duochromatic or even multi-chromatic shimmer in them to just add so much dimension to the color and make it look like it's almost multiple colors. So I think that's really fun. I also really love that new crelly. I think it is gorgeous, and I really appreciate being able to get full opacity in 2 coats on that one. Now I do have short nails, so you might need a 3rd, but I was just really impressed with it. I thought they were all so gorgeous and so easy to work with. So yeah, those are the polishes, and as you can see, I absolutely loved them. I loved this full rainbow of shades. I loved how vibrant vibrant everything was. But one thing that I love about KBShimmer in general is I just love how much they put into each individual polish, because each one is so layered and dimensional with so many different aspects to it, but it never feels busy. It just almost feels like I can't even identify everything that's in there, but somehow everything works together so well that it just looks absolutely stunning. And it also makes each polish so unique to my collection. Like even the one I'm wearing right now, every time I look at it, it seems like it's a different color just because there's so many different shimmers in there. That base color is just so dimensional, and with all the glitters and everything, it just feels so different, and I absolutely love that. Another thing I love about KBShimmer is how easy their formula is. If you are just getting started with indie brands and you want unique polishes that are easy to use, KBShimmer is absolutely the brand for that. I don't know if this is a thing that is exclusive to me, but sometimes if I haven't painted my nails in like a week, I get this weird sensation that I feel like I forgot how to paint my nails. And there are some brands that I just cannot use very easily when I'm in that mindset. Is that just me? I don't know. But KBShimmer is just one of those brands that even when I'm kind of mentally struggling with like how do I apply nail polish? This sounds like it's probably just a me thing, but they are the brand that whenever I'm kind of feeling that weird sensation, I always know that it's going to apply so smoothly, and I honestly almost never have to do any cleanup with KBShimmer just because I feel like they have that wide flat brush with the rounded tip. It's so easy to use, and I think it makes my manicure look perfect every single time, which is ironic because funny enough, the cleanup brush that I use regularly is a KBShimmer cleanup brush. But yeah, I just think their formula is so beginner friendly. It's so easy to work with, and I feel like I always get a good manicure with them. So yeah, this brand in general for me is just a huge win. I love them. I love how affordable they are. I love how easy to use they are. This collection is no exception. They did an amazing job with it. I love every single color. So these polishes come in 15 milliliter bottles. Like I said, they do have the wide flat brush with the rounded tip, and they retail on the KBShimmer website for $12 USD each. They also have a discounted rate. If you buy the full set of 9, it is $99 USD. So I will link that down in the description. You can check that out if you're interested. They also have some international stockists, so I'll put some information in the description for those as well. But yeah, I'm curious to hear what you think. Have you ever tried KBShimmer? And if so, what are your thoughts on them? Do you agree with me that they're super beginner friendly? What do you think of these layered colors? Which of the shades in this particular collection is your favorite? Leave it all in the comments. We can chat about it. If you enjoy my swatch and review videos, please give this one a thumbs up. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. I also have a second YouTube channel, my vlog channel. That is just my life outside of nail polish. Although, fun fact, if you noticed, my nail polish tower looks slightly different. I just did a vlog on that. I repainted it. So check that out. There's a whole video on the process on the vlog channel. And of course, a huge shout out to my supporters on Patreon, my Royal Astronomer Amanda M, as well as my Cosmic Admirals, Rocket Man's daughter, Paula, Ken, Rosie, and Courtney. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye. Today's fun fact question comes from Patreon supporter Pookie Bear, and Pookie Bear wants to know, what has been your favorite color palette for your nails lately? I am sure you guys have noticed this, but I have been in a little bit of, I don't want to say a rut with my nail polish, but every single time I paint my nails, I go for the same colors recently, and that is sitting between like pink and purple. Although, weirdly enough, I tend to prefer a cool toned purple, but more recently I've been wearing these almost like pinky purple kind of colors, like almost like a in the fuchsia magenta kind of family. I'm trying very hard to get out of it because I feel like when I do that too much, then I start to wear like the same makeup all the time, and I don't know, it makes me feel like I'm like stuck in a certain color scheme. But I don't know, I'm loving that color right now for this time of year, so I really need to switch it up and just completely like switch it to green or brown or something that's just very opposite of pinky purple. I tried it with today's manicure. I'm wearing still a purple, but it's a little bit cooler toned. Yeah, I'm gonna have to really, maybe I should just go for like something yellow next, just to really turn it around. You know what I mean? Does anybody else go through color habits when they're wearing their nail polishes? Because I also noticed in the wintertime, especially like December and January, for some reason, every single time I painted my nails, I felt like I was wearing a red nail polish. So I don't know. I'm not usually the type of person to get into a color habit. I feel like I'm more likely to go for the opposite color once I've worn a color. But yeah, I don't know. I've been getting into these like colors that I'm just like, I want to wear this color every single day now. Does anybody else get like that? And if so, what is your current color that you're just wearing all the time? Let me know in the comments and we can chat about it, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!